I'm be honest, I pressed the record button like without a plan and the slightest. I just kind of like, I'm like, yeah, make an intro up. That's a Call Me Chad reference, by the way. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even like look to see where we left off, so yeah. let me check on that real quick. 379 subscribers. Wait a minute, we gained a few. I just realized. We were at 372, maybe 368. We gained 11. Oh wait, maybe I should come up with a little real intro to put in here, just in case. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Minecraft joke book, jokes for Minecrafters, booby traps, bombs, boo-boos, and more. Today we are going to be going into chapter 3, since we're going kind of chapter by chapter so far. I don't think that will be something that lasts, again, for copyright reasons, mainly, but, you know. Like, one thing I noticed, I was looking at the cover art, or, like, yeah, all that for the book. I was looking at the cover. I was just noticing some things about it. Firstly, we all know the terrible art style of it. I think I'll just get a picture of this with my phone to put on the video. But essentially, what I was thinking was, wow, this really is, like, not even good cover art. It's, like, just completely terrible in every single way. Like, where it says an unofficial joke for Minecrafters, the little shining effect behind it is like all pixelated. I get that Minecraft is a very pixelated game and that's kind of its whole thing, but it doesn't look appealing at all. It looks pretty terrible, in all honesty. We all know the characters and the mobs that all look absolutely awful with this art style, probably because they were trying to avoid copyright. If you look at the back, one thing I noticed was that they have the price of the book printed onto it. US $7.99. I don't know if all books do that. I don't know if that's a common practice. I'm going to look that up, actually, as a matter of fact. Do publishers tend to print price of a book onto the cover? Yes, tradition. Really? Wait, okay, I have a book to reference this off of. Where is here it is. First World War by John Keegan. It's a little beat up. I've had it for a while now. Yeah, see, it's not... Oh, wait, that's printed on there. I just now realized that's not a sticker. Okay, yeah, like, where the barcode is, that makes sense, you know? That's where it should go. I think... Yeah, okay. Now that I think about it, it's printed like that pretty commonly. But, like, you see where they have it? They have it right here on the... And they don't have it on the barcode. You know what, guys? Maybe we're just going too hard on the book, you know? For all the good that it's given mankind, we're just going too difficult on it. This isn't staying in the video. There's no shot. I'm saving 74 for later. Chapter 5, golly. We all know what time it is. Without further ado... They're cleaner this time. How are cacti like creepers? You can't hug either of them. There's so many don't hug cacti jokes in this. Also, that's an answer to the back of this thing. Minecraft jokes. How are cacti like creepers? You can't hug either of them. Oh my goodness, he said the thing. Question. Why was the player shocked? Because he was struck by lightning. When is it okay to make jokes about dying by volcano? When the dust settles. You know, it would have been a very good joke if there were volcanoes in Minecraft. We've went over this so many times. There are no volcanoes in Minecraft. There's so many things being alluded to in the natural world that aren't in Minecraft. I don't know if the writers just saw, like, there's lava in Minecraft, and they're like, that must mean there's volcanoes, right? Maybe that's what happened. Maybe these people just aren't educated at all about how the game works. I don't know. What did one player say to his girlfriend who fell into a volcano? I lava you. No, I gotta put more emotion into it. If I was home alone right now, I would. I know I've definitely seen this joke, and it is quite awful. I'm just now realizing the expression on their faces. You'd expect it to be something more like, oh, you know, more emotional. My girlfriend's dying in a volcano. Ah. But they're both just looking at each other with googly eyes, like nothing, like as if she is not half of her torso, half of her entire body is not, you know, gone because she was in lava. Is this Minecraft character bending his knees? Oh my goodness, he's bending his knees. That is disgusting. That's unholy. What did the creeper say when he saw the volcano explode? What a lovely day. We really replaced the word love twice on one page. This is page 41. Replaced the word love we've replaced the word love with lava twice in one page. Yeah, both jokes were pretty garbage, I'm not gonna lie. Again, volcanoes. And, you know, there are no volcanoes in Minecraft for the last time. What's this chapter again? Lava drowning and other dastardly ways. Right. Lava. Who's a volcano's favorite singer? Johnny Ash. Why did the creeper and the ghast blast each other? They had a falling out. What did the player call an adorable volcano? Lovable. That's the third time in the span of 2 pages where we've replaced the word love with lava. It's... Why couldn't the hippie be saved from drowning? He was too far out. Now that would have been funny if it wasn't in a Minecraft joke book. What did the player say right after the volcano exploded? Unbelievable. Ha ha ha. I get it. They keep replacing. Because, yeah, like, believe, love, yeah. It's because it sounds kind of remotely similar that we can, you know, just replace it, and it's going to be very, very, very funny. That was their thought process in the writing. When they decided to literally do that with, like, 5 jokes by this point in the span of 3 pages. I didn't even read the punchline of this one. Just got me laughing already. What was the funniest time you were destroyed in Minecraft? What was the funniest time you were destroyed in Minecraft? I was fleeing from a creeper and ran into another creeper. It's literally the same thing back to back. Can you recall the funniest way you were destroyed? The last one was, what was the funniest time you were destroyed in Minecraft? Can you recall the funniest time you were destroyed? Water pushed me into lava. It doesn't even make sense. Water turns lava into either cobblestone or obsidian. I think it's when lava hits water that it turns into obsidian. I'm not sure how that even works, I'll be honest. So that doesn't make sense in the slightest as far as game mechanics go. You know the saying, he that fights and runs away lives to fight another day. Yes, but in Minecraft, if you stay, fight, and die, you can always respawn. So many jokes about respawning, I just realized as well. I don't know what to feel about it. Did you hear about the player who was shocked while taking a selfie playing Minecraft? Yes, but on the bright side, selfie sticks are also lightening rods. Lightening. Not lightning, lightening. As in it is lightening. As in you're losing weight or something of that sort. I had to make fun of them for their grammatical error, of course. I wasn't even going to read this joke until I realized that it had a grammar error. Oh my goodness, another cactus joke. We just gotta read it. This might be the last thing I see that it has a cactus in it that I'm reading. My cactus died. Man, you are less nurturing than the desert. You know, that's a pretty funny one. Except for the fact that cacti can't die in Minecraft. But, you know, you gave it a shot. Honestly, that wasn't a bad joke. Why did the player throw the chicken into the fire? He wanted it barbecued. I mean, I don't know if this was before campfires or something, because, I mean, you can technically do that. Not if it's live, as it clearly is presenting with the picture here. It's supposed to be a live chicken. Okay, wait a minute. Limericks, poems, and haikus. There once was a player named Matt. A stinky gas pushed him into a vat. Instead, he caught a whiff, stumbled, and fell off a cliff. Now, poor Matt went splat. I only read that because that sounds exactly like the haiku we read with the player named Jay. No, like it's just reworded almost. There once was a player named Jay. He was having a very bad day. A mob of creepers attacked. They just wouldn't stay back. And sad Jay was all blown away. I'm not reading any more of these haikus, bro. They're doing terrible. If one synchronized swimmer drowns in Minecraft, do the others drown too? Like, I don't know if I read this in a prior joke. I know I read it at some point in one of the recordings. I don't know if it was one that I posted on here, but yeah. Again, very stupid, because it's not even a Minecraft-related thing. You can swim in Minecraft, but there's no real such thing as synchronized swimming, really. I mean, unless you try really hard in a multiplayer server or something. I am evil. I start numerous forest fires. What am I? If you were thinking a blaze, you would be wrong. If you were thinking a magma cube, you would be wrong. But what else is fiery and evil at the same time? Lava, apparently. I mean, I guess lava is evil. It has that personality trait. It's just evil. Sure. What did the volcano say to the two players having a conversation? I didn't mean to erupt. Honestly, like, it's very stupid, considering that you're giving a volcano, you're personifying it, giving it dialogue, but it also is especially bad because, again, I already said I'm not going to mention the volcanoes not being in Minecraft anymore. It's just too much. Too many. It's not going to happen too much this chapter. First joke of the day like this. Did you hear about the player who tripped while carrying a bucket of lava? Oh, the day's not done yet. He was destroyed. This is gonna be easily the least energetic episode I've ever recorded for this. I'm so cold right now. Did you hear about the player who greeted an Enderman with a warm embrace? She'll never make that mistake again. Like, I'm genuinely just, like, I don't know. I'm so just, like, within the first 5 jokes, all of my creativity and all of my, like, anything. Like, I just became completely mentally exhausted within the first 5 jokes. I kid you not. Like, I don't know what to do. I have nothing to add to these. Like, actually, this book reached into me, it reached into my head, took all the creativity and just shoved it out, took all my personality with it. It's just gone. Literally. Like, I have nothing to add. This is going to be a short episode. And I've got an idea for the next one, and I'll say it at the end once we're done. I've been recording for almost 30 minutes now. Most of it wasn't even the book, probably. Did you hear about the player who rode a pig into a void? We haven't heard from him since. Okay. Hold on. Let me challenge your reasoning here. Michelle C. Hollow. We've already stressed enough that players can respawn after anything, right? Okay, so we know that. They can just respawn. Why is it that when this player somehow rides a pig, which is not even possible in the game for players, I don't think mobs can ride pigs either, any mobs, why is it now all of a sudden that we can't respawn and live again to tell the tale? Huh? Tell me that. Challenging your reasoning here a bit. Tell me that. Why? Why is it? For just the sake of that one joke? How about you stay consistent if you're going to push the idea of respawning so much, like throughout an entire chapter? How about you at least make your entire book consistent? I mean, it's a joke book, I get it. Consistency isn't exactly the objective in a joke book, but you seem to be a pretty big believer in respawning. It just begs the question why you put such a joke like this, doubting in the ability of the player to respawn in the book. Did you hear about the player who dug straight down? He didn't make it. Didn't make it where? Did he not make it as in he's no longer with us? Or did he not make it to the bottom? Or is the joke a clever play, how it is both? He didn't do either. He didn't make it to the bottom, but he also didn't make it back to be with us. This reminds me of one time where our school was preparing something for a Spirit Week, or something of that sort. It wasn't Spirit Week, but it was another week, I think, where it was on a white background, a standard paper, printed onto it different colored texts. It just had the theme of each thing. And for the one for Thursday, was it? Maybe? I think it was Thursday. And they said, wear clashing clothes. I'll show a picture of what I wore that day. But yeah, I was wearing clashing clothes. And the text happened to be yellow on a white background. For those of you who don't understand the reference, which I'm pretty sure everybody here understands, that yellow just does not look good on white because you can barely see it most of the time. And it was a bright enough yellow where it just did not mix very well. And one part of me was thinking, oh my goodness, this is terrible design from the school. I mean, we're not the most intelligent with our labeling and branding in a way, and most of the time anyways. But then there was this other part of me that was thinking, wait a minute, maybe this is a really clever trick and a little joke to play on the theme of that day. And I was thinking, maybe they're just trying to play on it. Which one was it? I'm not entirely sure. It was probably just them not thinking, I'll be honest, is my headcanon. But hey, maybe someone there was genuinely just intelligent enough to think, oh my goodness, wait, I've got an idea. Did you hear about the player who built a beautiful home while it was freezing outside? He made a lovely ice sculpture. Yeah, structures don't turn into ice. I'm 99.99999% sure.
Anakin's not trying to speak. He's just doing the aura pose. How's it going? Oh, I'm sorry. You're recording the Minecraft video. How can I have been so foolish? Hi, Minecraft. Hi, YouTube.
Turn your camera on.
Good. How's it going, YouTube? It's still Agalag here with another cameo.
Yep. That guy was my boss at one point. You'd never believe it.
I want to say Minecraft book might be one of my favorite books of all time. I haven't read much, but I have read the Minecraft joke book, and wow.
I'm sorry.
There's some interesting revelations in there.
You said it was your favorite book of all time?
Yes, for sure. We should have...
Okay. Oh my gosh, I gotta read this one. Did you hear about the player who met a super creeper? He was super destroyed. I saw the punchline first. I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta read it. Oh my goodness, I almost skipped over the best page in the entire book. Page 52. Did you hear about the player who blew himself up with TNT? I'm sure you can guess what happened. Did you hear about the player who thought he could fly in survival mode? He couldn't. Did you hear about the player who walked in on 2 creepers? He was destroyed. Did you hear about the player who tried to farm in the Nether? He was destroyed. Did you hear about the player who tried to put a saddle on a creeper? He went boom. Did you hear about the player who was pushed into a ravine when he made, when water fell on him? He made a big splash. That wasn't even the worst of the jokes on there. It was like the fact there were 2 he was destroyed jokes in consecutive order. I read all of those consecutively, by the way, minus the top one. Oh my goodness, there's another he went boom, except this time it doesn't have an exclamation mark at the end. Did you hear about the player who kept a creeper as a pet? Well, you already know the punchline. He went boom. Did you hear about the player who gorged himself? Okay. Did you hear about the player who let a creeper style her hair? She had a brush with death. You know what? Death is related to Minecraft, technically. Of course, you can always respawn. You know what? I'll give it a pass. It kind of makes sense. You can't style hair in Minecraft, but you know, I'll give it a pass. You know what? That was probably one of the most decent jokes on here. It was absolute garbage, of course it was. But you know what? Final page of the chapter, page 54. Did you hear about the player at the pool? He was yelling that he needed a lifesaver, and the lifeguard asked, "Sure, what flavor?" It's not related to Minecraft in the slightest. We've actually lost touch with everything. If someone were to tell me this joke in person, Minecraft, like whether they were claiming it was Minecraft related or not, they would not even get the slightest grin out of me. Actually, you know what? I would have laughed at how stupid it was. Honestly, I probably would have died laughing at how absolutely terrible it is. Did you know that if you jump off a 24-block tower, you can survive falling 23 blocks? It's the 24th block that can hurt you. Sorry, that was supposed to be a joke with a punchline? Yep, there's nothing indicating that it's not supposed to. So we're going to have to take it at face value and recognize that was supposed to be a joke. It was a nice fun fact though. 20 blocks? Are you sure? Are you sure 20 blocks isn't enough to kill you? I feel like that's enough to kill you. Did you hear about the player who was swept up in tornado mod? He was blown away. JFK blown away. What else do I have to say? We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. Neat. They didn't say a tornado mod. They just said tornado mod, no capitals. So yeah, I'm done with this book. Friends, let's see. How many chapters do we have? I think there were like 8 chapters in this, maybe. I'm at my wit's end with this book. You know it. So I have this to say. I will not be doing another video part on the book. I will, however, if this video gets 20 likes. 20 likes. Now you know that's possible. Let's see how many likes the last video got. It got to 16 likes total. 20 likes. I'm not entirely sure. Like, you guys have exceeded my expectations a lot so far. However, I'm not sure if you guys can really make it to 20. We'll see if you can. But if we get to 20 likes, I will do a live stream covering the rest of the book. Now, I don't know when I'll schedule it. I'll schedule it for a time that, like, a good amount of people will be available. Along with myself, it's going to have to be a pretty fair day. We got to reach the 20 likes first, though, before I can even think about it. So, yeah. We will finish off this book. And it will either be framed and put on my shelf, or it will go in the dumpster. We'll have a little poll at the end of stream which we'll do. I know which option's going to win. Don't worry, I already know. But I don't even know if I can do polls, honestly. Maybe if I stream on YouTube. I'll probably use Twitch because I never use my Twitch. I should probably use it sometime. That's where we're going to end it. I hope you found this video somewhat entertaining. I definitely was not on the top of my game today, but I appreciate it all. All you coming here watching it. It was it was an interesting time. So yeah, I thank you all very much again for showing up and listening to my disgustingly annoying voice and just disgustingly annoying joke book here. So yeah, that'll do it. 20 likes will get a stream. Till then, ciao. Come here, boy. No.